Hey guys, how you doing today? Happy Sunday. This is your big bad KetoDaddy saying holla if you hear me. All right, you guys, so another good week. Lots of questions coming in, and I know I keep threatening to do more videos throughout the week, but it's just hasn't been in the cards lately. I've been super busy, doing a lot of things at the gym, doing a lot of things at my day job, and getting a lot of questions answered via email. So I promise I'll try and get one or two extra ones out this week. So a couple of things this week that we've been talking a lot about is, you can either make excuses or you can make it happen. This is sometimes very challenging for a lot of people. We are met with a lot of obstacles out there in the keto paleo world, or the paleo world, or the keto world, or whatever style of eating that you're trying to prescribe to help make a better, healthier goal. There is a lot of roadblocks out there, so to speak, from the standard American diet that we're used to succumbing to. There's a lot of junk food that's readily available, and there's a lot of temptation out there. There's a lot of old habits that are hard to break, and there's also a big sugar addiction in this country. And some people almost going to have to treat this like almost like a drug addiction. You hear quite often that, I was doing so good on my diet, and then I made whatever excuse, Groundhog's Day, and we had cupcakes, and next thing you know, I was opened up the floodgates. I notice a lot of people that once they've given themselves that pass, that they go complete carb shark too if you're totally on keto. This is something that's actually in our physiology. Remember, we evolved, going back to the paleo style of eating, we evolved as a species that was feast or famine, and a lot of that was famine. So if we found ourselves in a situation where we could eat, we ate. And that's something that's just hardwired into us. So if you are trying to make some health changes out there, and we're completely surrounded, especially in this country, I apologize for those of you who are tuning in from other countries, and we're surrounded by the standard American diet of just crap everywhere. Every corner you turn on, there's a candy and a slushy machine. It's going to be an uphill battle for some of us. A lot of us just don't have that discipline. And I know some people argue that part of this is discipline. No, I'm sorry, it is. There's this portion of this you're going to have to tell yourself no. Okay, so you can either make excuses or you can make it happen, and you have to find what works for you. So keep listening to these podcasts, share them. Maybe they are not podcasts, live videos, Facebook live videos, and I repost them on YouTube as soon as I get done, or as soon as I can, time the week allows. Go back over them if it's something you missed, check them out, share them, let your friends know, and hopefully there's a little bit of information there that helps you on your journey. And remember that, it's exactly that, your journey. Okay, so a lot of write-ins this week in particular. It was weird, stuff goes in phases, it seems like it comes in highs and lows. So I talk a lot about a paleo diet, and we've talked about that week after week, where that's basically a hunter-gatherer grocery list. Okay, so anything that you could eat during our whole 2.5 million, 25, whatever, how long you want to paste it, years of evolution, anything that you could hunt or gather, right? Because Neolithic era started about 10,000 years ago, and that's when we started farming using grains and dairy and all this other kind of stuff. So anything prior to that you could hunt and gather was pretty much in our diet. So one of the questions I get is, when you adapt this diet to a keto style, and a keto style, for loose numbers, is 5% of your diet comes from carbohydrate, whatever your macros work out to be in there, whatever your daily caloric intake happens to be. 5% is a pretty safe number. 25 to 35% of that coming from protein. Again, this is just rough numbers to get you guys started. And the rest coming from fat. And truth be told, a lot of it comes from animal source fats or saturated fats. And for a long time, we were told that those are the bad fats or the unhealthy fats. And that is just simply not true. There has never really been any correlation between saturated fat being, artery clogging saturated fat. It's just not true. Some of the big indicators out there is, all our cell walls are made out of a lipid bilayer, and saturated fat is a nice stable fat. Using those fats to help for cell production and hormone production and cholesterols and stuff like that are great tools. Again, from our evolution, we had a ton of animal fats. Not too much processed plant fats, not a lot of corn oils and made-up oils and hydrogenated oils that were done with high heat. Why? Because we didn't have them, okay? Another big smoking gun on that, breast milk is a big percentage of saturated fat. So take that with a grain of salt. So all that being said, the big fear is that causes some type of coronary heart disease. And, we always get our cholesterol checked, and they go to buy some kind of total cholesterol count, and they're like, immediately they want to put me on some type of statin to lower my total cholesterol count. And again, that's not true either. I mean, there's no correlation between a total cholesterol count and some type of coronary heart disease. So yes, so we get, Jamie, people have heart attacks, people have strokes. What kind of true indicators are we looking for? And hang on a sec, I did grab a book with me, I forgot to grab it. So if you guys aren't familiar with this book, The Doctor's Heart Cure, it's been out for a while, but there's a lot of relevant information in here. And some of the tests that Dr. Sears has you run for true indicators of inflammation going on in the body still stand true to this day. Homocysteine levels, C-reactive proteins, CoQ10 levels, insulin, and he calls it a VAP cholesterol test, but what he actually means is a LDL particle size test on there. And you actually want an actual particle size test done, not a estimated, okay, or calculated. So those are some things that you can ask for your doctor. Say coronary heart disease runs in your family, mom, dad, grandpa, everyone's had a heart attack, stroke, whatever. You want to know what is a true indicator of total cholesterol count. Isn't it? What tests can we have done? And there's also calcium heart score tests, which is something relatively new. But, if you have a history of it in your family, or say you have a history of it in your family, a lot of times your doctor will okay that test. So answering those questions, keep them coming, you guys. Remember, I got a training wheels version of this, program 42. If you guys need a total 6-week meal plan written out for yourselves, I can do that for you. If you need a workout plan written up for you, we can do that too, whether you're in a commercial gym, a CrossFit style gym, powerlifting, Olympic lifting, whatever you want, and you want 6 weeks of meal plans written out. We'll figure out your daily caloric intake and or BMR, and we'll calculate the whole thing out for you. By the time you get done with the end of that 6 weeks, you'll be not only completely keto adapted, but you'll have a really good understanding of what a keto paleo diet is. Anyway, keep those questions coming. Thanks for those that have been buying all the t-shirts at KetoDaddy.com. I really appreciate that. I'm trying to create that as a one-stop shopping for all your keto needs. So share that if you can, KetoDaddy.com. I still have my blog up, keto-paleo.com. There's a lot of good articles on there, a lot of good treat recipes for those of you who are looking for a port in a storm or looking for that, birthday cake because it's coming up but you want to stay compliant. Again, this is Jamie, your big bad keto daddy, saying holla if you hear me. Have a good week, guys, and I'll try and see you again. Take care. Bye.